previous video on negativity, I discussed the power of negativity with its gifts of darkness in shaping, nurturing, transforming. In today's video, I'm going to discuss how both positive and negative, both light and darkness, masculine and feminine poles are each amazingly powerful forces that highlight one another in an incredible dance of permutation and combinations. The ancient Egyptians in Kemetic Egypt described these two poles as Tawi, which translates as the two fields. Tawi emphasized an ideology of duality or the unity of opposites. The equilibrium or order between these two poles was referred to as Ma'at, a principle, philosophy, spiritual symbol, also cosmic energy or force which embodied world order, justice, righteousness, correctedness, harmony, and peace. The ancients knew that the disappearance of either one pole meant the disappearance of the system, so they lived to honor, nurture, and embody this order. Now, fast forward thousands of years later, and the whole enterprise of modern technology today is to make the world a better place. Okay, to have pleasure without pain, wealth without poverty, health without sickness. But as is now becoming obvious, our violent efforts to achieve this ideal with such weapons as DDT, penicillin, nuclear energy, automotive transportation, computers, industrial farming, damming, and compelling everyone by law to be superficially good and healthy are creating more problems than they solve. We have been interfering with a complex system of relationships which we do not understand. These relationships take root in the principle of polarity, which is not to be confused with the ideas of opposition or conflicts that have been flourishing in so many cultures around the world. Ideas in which light is at war with darkness, life with death, good with evil, and the positives with the negatives, and so an idealism to cultivate one and get rid of the other. This principle of polarity, which is also called a dualism, is an explicit duality expressing an implicit unity. It is two poles in love with the other, and this love manifesting in the form of an incredible tension we often misinterpret. The passionate union between these two poles and the copulation of husband and wife is the eternal pattern of the universe. Those who would have right without its correlate wrong, or good government without its correlate misrule, do not apprehend the great principles of the universe, nor the nature of all creation. We might as well talk of the existence of heaven without earth, or of the negative principle without the positive, which is clearly impossible. Yet, people keep on discussing it without stop. It is important we recognize that opposites are polar or interdependent, and that there is something in us which may be called upon for a higher wisdom that cannot be figured out by logic alone. This may be illustrated by the story of a farmer whose horse ran away. That evening, the neighbors gathered to empathize with him since this was such bad luck. He said, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned, but brought with it 6 wild horses, and the neighbors came exclaiming at his good fortune. He said, "Maybe." And then, the following day, his son tried to saddle and ride one of the wild horses, was thrown and broke his leg. Again, the neighbors came up to offer their sympathy for his misfortune. He said, "Maybe." The day after that, enrollment officers came to the village to cite young men for the army. But because of the broken leg, the farmer's son was rejected. When the neighbors came to say how fortunately everything had turned out for him, he said, "Maybe." The Ma'at view of the world is serenely cyclic. Fortune and misfortune, night and day, life and death. Whether on small scale or vast, it comes and it goes, expressing an implicit unity. Understanding this unity is of the essence in keeping the system in balance. This is Wama. I hope this served you, and I'll see you next time.